Learn to sing the modes of scales with me. Most tutors stop teaching at major and minor, but you know what? I want my learners to understand the other modes as well. You have reached Sing Better with Anne. After having taught singing for 10 years, I'm here to simplify what most tutors overlook. We're going to learn to sing all the 7 modes in music. Also, learn about how they're formed and how they connect to Carnatic and Hindustani classical music as well. Modes are just scales, but with different emotional colors. Modes are different ways of using the same set of notes by changing the starting point, or as we call it, the tonal center or the tonic. Instead of starting from Do, you shift the starting point, and that changes everything. Think of it like this: same notes, different modes, different storytelling. Ionian is simply your major scale. Well, most of us call it major scale, but in theory, it's actually called Ionian mode. It's the most familiar sound in music. Let's look at how it's formed. Ionian starts from the first note of a major scale. So let's pick our tonic to be C. The simple formula would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which brings us to C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Here's how it would sound if we used solfeggio to sing.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
That is C Ionian, no alterations, only natural notes. Now, the closest equivalent raga of this mode in Carnatic would be Shankarabharanam.
Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa.
Now, if we look at the closest equivalent raga in Hindustani, it would be the Bilawal Thaat. Here's how that would sound.
Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa, ni, dha, pa, ma, ga, re, sa.
These ragas have the foundational framework just like the Ionian. Dorian is a minor mode, but with a little twist. Here's how it's formed. Dorian starts from the second note of the major scale. For example, in the context of C major scale, this mode starts from the note D, that is the second degree. Would be 1, 2, flattened 3, 4, 5, 6, flattened 7. That would bring us to D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's D Dorian. Here's what makes it different. Compared to a natural minor, this mode has a raised sixth, and that one note changes the entire mode. Here's how this would sound if we used the solfeggio to sing the D Dorian.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
Alright, the closest Carnatic raga equivalent to Dorian mode would be Khargharapriya.
Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa.
If we look at the Hindustani equivalent,
Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa.
Phrygian is a minor mode, but darker and more intense than what you're used to. Why? Because of the one note that's the flattened second degree. Here's how it's formed. Phrygian starts from the third note of the major scale. In essence, take C major. Start from E. E, F, G, A, B, C, D. That's E Phrygian. Let's look at what makes it very different. Compared to a normal minor scale, the second note is flattened. That creates immediate tension. Here's how the Phrygian mode would sound with solfeggio syllables.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
Let's look at the Indian classical connection. The closest Carnatic raga would be Hanumatodi. Here's how it sounds. sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. Bhairavi of Hindustani would bring the most flavor of the Phrygian mode. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. I hope you found that interesting. Lydian is a major mode, but brighter, lighter, and more dreamy like than the regular major scale. Do you know why? Because of the one note, the raised fourth degree. Here's how it's formed. Lydian starts from the fourth note of the major scale. For example, take C major, start from F.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
That's F Lydian. Like I said, the fourth note is raised, so that removes the usual tension of the fourth and replaces it with a floating, more open sound. Looking at the Indian classical equivalent raga, starting with Carnatic, that should be Kalyani. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. Hindustani's equivalent raga would be Yaman. This is how it sounds. Hindustani classical's equivalent raga would be Yaman. This is how it would sound. Ni re ga ma pa dha ni sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. Stay with the series, it'll change how you hear music. And if you're ready to understand what you are learning to sing, sign up for classes at NLH. Mixolydian is yet another major mode, but sounds more relaxed, more open, less perfect than a regular major scale. Do you know why? It's because of the flattened 7th degree. Here's how it's formed. Mixolydian starts from the 5th note of the major scale. This is how it would sound with solfeggio.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
That is G, Mixolydian. Like I said, compared to a major scale, it has a 7th note that is flattened. This removes the strong pull back to the root, so the scale feels more free and unresolved for some musicians. In Indian classical, the closest Carnatic raga would be Harikamboji. This is how it would sound. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. Wasn't that something? The Hindustani equivalent would be the Kamaj. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. I hope that was helpful. You have reached Sing Better with Anne, and after having taught singing for 10 years, I'm here to simplify what most music tutors overlook. Aeolian is your natural minor scale. It's the most familiar or emotional sound in music. But here's the problem. Most singers rely on it without really understanding it. Without a leading tone or distinctive color note, singers don't have the clear points to shape or resolve phrases. Here's how it's found. Aeolian starts from the 6th note of the major scale. For example, take C major. We start the mode from the note A.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
That's how the mode sounds. The closest Carnatic raga to this mode would be Nata Bhairavi. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. The Hindi Hindustani equivalent would be a Savari.
Sa re ga ma pa dha ni
Locrian is the most unstable mode in Western music. Do you know why? Because it doesn't just sound unresolved. Wasn't that beautiful? It's built to feel that way. This is how it's formed. Locrian starts from the 7th note of the major scale. For example, take C major. The scale starts from the note B.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
That's B Locrian. You can try to sing it now. Two things change everything: the flattened 2nd degree and the flattened 5th degree. The flat 5th removes the sense of a home bass chord, so the scale never feels settled. Here's what I find interesting. There is no direct equivalent Janya Raga in Carnatic or in Hindustani systems. That's because both traditions are built around strong tonal centers. Like it has a clear resolution with Sa as an anchor point. Locrian mode doesn't support that stability. I hope you found that interesting too. If you are ready to understand what you are singing, sign up for singing classes at NLH.